4 ways to increase your income as a copywriter. Hey, are you a copywriter and you see these rates going lower and lower and lower and lower, and there's all these sites where you can get stuff written for you for like dirt cheap, and you're trying to figure out how to increase your income? Well, this is the video for you, because I'm going to give you the ways that you can increase your income and get paid thousands and thousands of dollars for things that other people are getting paid pennies on the dollar. And we're starting right now. Hey, I'm JR Fisher. Thank you for joining me on my channel. I really appreciate it. On this channel, it's not really my channel, it's your channel, because on this channel what I do is I share with you all those tips, tricks, and techniques that I've used over the years to generate millions and millions of dollars since 2009. I've done digital products, I've done physical products, and got a pretty good base of success at this point, and I just want to share it with you on this channel. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, possibly you're new here, there's a big red button down there that says subscribe. If it's gray, that means you already have. Chill, you're okay. But if it's red, you need to get excited. You need to click that button. Click it right now, turn it gray, and when you do, a bell's gonna pop up, and you need to ring that bell, turn on all bell notifications so that you are notified every single time I do a new video. You're part of the Fisher family, the VIP group that gets notified every single time I do a new video. I've also included my course below in the description. It's a $97 course, but you can get it for free. All you do is click on it and learn. Click and learn. That's simple enough, right? Just do that. Get the course. Okay, it's not gonna be free forever. Might as well grab it now. Okay, so this copywriting thing, we're seeing more and more and more sites where you can get copywriting done for cheap. I mean cheap, for pennies. Okay, it doesn't cost hardly anything. So how are you supposed to compete in a market like this? How are you supposed to compete with all these auto generation sites, all these copywriting sites, all these sites that promise to do text and everything for everybody else? Well, you can, and you can not only compete, but you can generate wildly successful and very profitable jobs on the internet, and I want to show you how. Now, if your response is I can't make much money, doing copywriting anymore, then you are probably of the same quality of everybody else that's not making much money. If your quality of copywriting far exceeds the market, guess what? You're going to get paid a whole lot more. Now, I'm going to tell you there are 4 master copywriting skills that you need to have. If you master these 4 skills, you will be in extremely high demand. You don't have to have a degree in psychology to do these things, but you do have to have these 4 things. If you have these 4 things, you can write your own ticket. Now, before we get into these 4 things, I want to remind you of something that you may not realize. You need to think like a marketer. You don't need to think like a writer, you need to think like a marketer. So you shouldn't be worried about your proper grammar structure or sentence structure or word usage. You need to sell. That's what makes money in copywriting. This is one of the few skills that most copywriters have. They can't sell. They need to be able to sell. Now, I come from a sales background, and I may not write perfectly, but I can sell. So my sales pages are going to convert and my emails are going to convert because I know how to sell, and that is the #1 talent that you need. Now, the question is, how do you sell? How do you develop that skill? I'm going to go through these 4 items, and if you nail these things, you can write your own ticket. Number one is know your audience. This is so crucial, and so many copywriters nowadays will write copy for any subject. They don't specialize in anything. It's okay to specialize in more than one thing, but you can't specialize in everything. You can't know medical technical writing and survival writing and beauty writing and camping writing. You can't know all these things. It's not possible to know all these things. And the thing is, if you do all these things, you're never specialized. You're not specialized, and you're not going to get paid like you're specialized. Now, somebody who writes a sales page for me, which I actually write most of our sales pages, but if I were to hire somebody and they're selling my survival food, I would want them to understand the mindset of the person that buys survival food. And it's changed over the years too, so you got to stay on top of things. We've had a pandemic now, so that sales page is going to look different because it actually occurred. These things actually happened. I wrote a book in 2016 called The Great American Food Shortage. I'll put a link below there, and that book explained what could happen if we had a pandemic and how we could have food shortages, and lo and behold, it actually happened. So writing now is more about what did happen and how it could happen again than about one day it could happen. When I wrote the book, everybody thought, well, that's never going to happen, that's just not going to happen. So that sales page is going to look a whole lot different than it is today. Number two, you got to highlight the benefits and features. So we sell some canned meats and they have a lot of benefits and features. One of the features is that it lasts a long time. The benefits of that is you don't have to keep buying it. You know it's going to be good when you get there. You know that it's good quality. We actually slow pressure cook our meats in these cans, and it preserves the meat, kills the bacteria, seals the can, and gives it a long shelf life. Plus it tastes awesome. We also use non-mechanical separation. We use humane treatment of the animals. So we talk about all these things and how that gives you a better quality, better tasting product. We have no fat, no gristle in there. It's all hand selected cuts of meat, and they're slow pressure cooked, so it gives it a really tender, juicy flavor. Now those are the things that people are looking for, because most people think, well, survival food, it's going to taste bad. I know it's going to taste bad, but if I'm starving, I'll eat anything. And I tell people, no, if you're starving, wouldn't you want to have something that really tastes delicious? Wouldn't you want something that really tastes good? How much better would that be for your psyche if when you had to eat your survival food, you look forward to it, it was actually good food? So that is a real feature and benefit of our product, that it tastes great. Number three, you have to create a unique selling proposition. Now our unique selling proposition is many. There's many of them. Actually, we've been around for 10 years. A lot of survival food companies come and go, but we've been around for 10 years. We also offer a canned meat that nobody else offers. We also offer a product that's healthy. We don't have any additives. We have meat and a trace amount of salt in our cans, and that's it. We also offer a product that actually tastes better than most people's home cooking. It tastes like your grandma's pot roast, I always say. So we have that unique proposition that we get across to our customer. If I'm writing that on a sales page, people relate to that. They understand that. They get that. Number four, be aware of the curse of knowledge. Okay, so maybe you have a lot of knowledge about your product, you know a lot about it. Maybe it's a very technical thing like an app, and you decide you want to go into deep detail about how it's developed and how it works and the algorithms and all that. Understand that's going to just blow people's minds. They're not going to want to buy your product because they're not even going to understand what you're talking about. I mean, how many times have we been to one of these sales pages and it just rambles on and on and on and on, and we don't know really what it does or how it does it? Okay, that's not what we want to do. What we want to do is have a sales page where you can ask yourself, if somebody knew nothing about my product whatsoever, they knew nothing about it, could they glance at this page and get what benefits and features it has, and quickly could I convey this to them and make them want to buy it? And if the answer to that's no, then you need to rewrite your page. Okay, it's got to be able to do that quick and easy. Now there are more ways that you can get your sales pitch across, but I think the best one ever is a story. It's a story. Stories are so important. People love stories. They watch movies, they watch shows, and if there's a series, there's so many series now on Netflix and Showtime and all these things, and it's a series that builds on each other. Should your sales page do the same thing? Absolutely. It should build. Okay, it should tell the story of your product. If you tell the story of your product and how other people have benefited or how they will benefit from it, and you can draw them into that particular product with a story, you're going to do a much better job of having good copywriting by doing it that way. Do you still feel like a content copywriter? Not if you have these skills. If you could write a sales page that generates $1 million, and you go out into the marketplace and say, I create sales pages that create $1 million, they're going to be a lot more likely to hire you than to go to, no offense, text broker and just hire somebody they don't even know, never see, won't even know who wrote it. But if you develop this skill, if you could start a Facebook page where you help people with their copywriting and build yourself up as a top copywriter. You could put samples of some of your writing in there. You could put some of your sales pages in there, and if you build yourself up like this, guess what, all of a sudden you have value. You have a lot more value. The person that can produce income for other people will always get paid very well. I hope this helps you out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you now know that you don't have to compete with the hordes of people that can write anything. Okay, that you're going to be a specialized person. You have those specialized skills, you have those talents, and you'll go out there and get some experience so that you can talk about it. And one of the best ways to get experience, guys, is approach a company and offer to do something for free. So I'll write a sales page for you, and we'll try it out, and if it makes you some money, then I'll talk to you about charging you for doing other sales pages or emails or whatever you want to work on. And you'll find that if you do this with 10 companies, 15 companies, some of your stuff's just gonna work. It's just gonna work, and those people are gonna want to hire you. So that's how you get started. Then you get some referrals from them, then you put your samples on Upwork or Fiverr or wherever you want to go with it, and you charge premium dollars because you can. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe below. If that button's red, you got to turn it gray. The way you do that is by clicking on it, okay? And then you got to ring the bell. Right next to it, there's gonna be a bell that's gonna pop up. It will, what will it do? It will remind you. It will remind you that I just did a new video. It will remind you when I go live. It will help you out. Okay, you want to be helped out, don't you? Of course you do. You want to ring that bell, and you want to grab that course I have. It's a $97 course. You can get it absolutely free by clicking in the link below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.